guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do an updated video on what's in my notary bag. The last time I made one of these was about 2 years ago, so I thought it was time for an update. But the bag that I'm currently using is this Kenneth Cole Reaction portfolio bag. It's about 18 inches in length, which is why I like it, because it allows me to carry my legal size documents. So right now I have two legal size clipboards that I always carry with me, because sometimes the signers do not always have a table or surface to sign the documents on. The journal that I'm currently using is the Integrity Notary Journal, and I really like this journal because it allows you to maintain the privacy of the signers. You can have, per appointment, you can have 4 individuals sign. And then you can just check off in the boxes here the name and title of the document that you have notarized. And I always keep a binder clip where the next page is, so that way when I get to the appointment, I can just flip to that next page and then go ahead and verify IDs. You want to make sure, though, if you decide to use this journal, that make sure it does meet your state requirements. I am a notary for the state of Mississippi, and this does meet the requirements for that state. And of course, my notary stamps, I always carry 2 stamps. I have my large stamp, and then I have my small stamp. And this one is good because sometimes the documents don't have enough space for you to add your stamp. So this one usually works for those documents where there's not enough space there, but I always have 2 notary stamps. One thing as a notary, you always want to be as prepared as possible. So just always thinking ahead of things that you might need that can help your appointments move a lot faster and smoother. Organization is key to being a successful notary. And I also keep these activity packs available. Sometimes the signers will have young kids, and to avoid them from kind of running around, this helps to keep them occupied. So I always ask the signers, is it okay for me to hand these over to their kids? Usually they say yes, they don't mind, and then it keeps the child occupied while we sign the documents. And I usually just pick these up at my local Dollar Tree. Next, you always want to make sure that you have your state notary primer or state notary handbook. I purchased this from the NNA website. Mississippi actually updated their manual last year, so you want to always make sure that you have the most current and up-to-date version. You also should be able to download a copy from your Secretary of State website. They usually have the notary handbook available there as well. But always keep your notary handbook with you so that you can answer any questions. If you come across something that's questionable, you can just refer to your handbook. And I also keep this folder. On the outside, I have the notary signing agent pledge. So sometimes when you're at a signing, you can just use this as a gentle reminder to the signer of things that you cannot advise them of on particular documents. So I just like to have them read the pledge, and it kind of just answers all questions there. And also, I keep my blank acknowledgments in here. So sometimes the documents that you notarize may not have the proper notarial wording. So you just want to make sure that you have these to attach to any certificate. These are your loose certificates here. So I keep those. Of course, lots of blue and black ink pens. Always want to have those on hand. I have some alcohol wipes here. Pepper spray. You always want to make sure you stay safe. I have a ink pad. One signing service that I work for, they do require me to collect a thumbprint, so I always have this available. Let's see. This is my signature guide. So this is for your signers that are vision impaired, and I actually have had to use this a few times. So you would place this over the signature line, and it just helps guide the signer to stay within the signature block. So the signature guide is available. And I also have a magnifying glass. I picked this up from Dollar Tree as well. This is also helpful because sometimes the signer, they may forget their readers, or they may want to go try to locate the readers, and I always just pull this out, and this will help if they're having a hard time reading some of the smaller print, but I just keep this in my bag as well. Let's see, and I also have my square card reader in case I'm doing a general notary appointment. I can just insert this into my phone, and then they can swipe their debit or credit card for payment. I have a miniature staple and staple pull. Sometimes you have to collect a voided check or an actual check, and sometimes you are required to staple that to the document. So I just keep these two items in my bag as well. And I also have a pair of socks in here. A few times I've gone to some signers' homes and they do not want you to wear shoes in your home. I wear a lot of ballerina flats, so if I have to remove my shoes, I'll just put these on, and I always keep an extra pair in my bag. And I think that is pretty much it. But just to give you an idea, you have your front zip pocket here that you can store items, and then your main pocket here where you can place cards and different things. Oh, here's one more thing that I use, these fingertip grips. These come in handy when you're having to flip through the documents. It just kind of make sure you only pick up one page at a time. So these come in handy too. So that's one thing that I just overlooked. But many compartments in the bag here. And then if you do any hybrid signings, you can place your laptop or iPad here. So that comes in handy whenever you're doing your hybrid signings. But it's a really nice laptop bag. I'm sure I've used this for over a year now, so it's probably beat up a little bit, but overall it's held up pretty well. So I'm sure I'm going to be using this even for years to come. But just wanted to share with you guys the notary bag that I've been using most recently, and thank you guys for checking out the video. Take care and be blessed.